April is coming up fast, right, Dan?
April 24th is the date of the Armenian Genocide in 1915.
Yes.
And as you know, we put something together to commemorate the time.
Right. In 2014, you were approached by Father Garabed at your church to compose a piece of commemorative music for the centennial of the genocide.
Thank you.
That's nothing to sneeze at. Many of you probably have watched the film by now, but describe your initial trepidation about the request.
Oh, well, for the request, it was like trying to create something that was completely foreign to me.
Right? You'd played in jazz ensembles, you'd been composing jingles for however long before that,
Yeah.
20, 30 years.
He asked me, can you do this to commemorate the genocide?
Yeah.
And he said, it's not a jingle that we want.
No.
I'll never forget this. And I thought, it's not a jingle. Okay, so what could it be? And then landing on the idea that it's going to have to be symphonic. Why, I don't know, but that went right to it for me.
That seems apropos.
Yeah.
So you come home, you go to the piano, you start plunking out some ideas.
Yeah, chords and melodies. And as you know, I don't read music.
Right, me neither.
So that was, again, creating some trepidation, because with an orchestra, which is what we ended up with, you're talking about 105, in this case, 105 musicians. And
It's a lot that can go wrong.
yeah, it didn't start that way, though.
No.
We started for a duet instead, so it was just piano and violin.
So 2015, you compose the first iteration of an Armenian Trilogy, which is a duet with violin and piano. It was premiered here in the Macomb Center for the Performing Arts,
Right.
and featuring very talented musicians in the way of Sonia Lee and Sean McDonald on piano.
Right.
That was a night to remember.
It was, and we had an audience of about 200 people, because that's all the place could hold.
Yeah,
So
we were at capacity.
we divided it into three movements, one being freedom, the second being fear, and the third being faith. The reason for faith was because I thought to myself, you have to have some faith. After your families have been decimated, where do you go from there? And all you have reliance on is your expression and your conversations with God.
From what I understand as an outsider, you can't separate being Armenian and being Christian. That's one and the same.
They're one and the same.
Yeah, I think you were inspired to make it more than a duet.
I was.
And we started preparing for 2017, wherein you inevitably flew to Armenia with the family.
Right.
That was your, if I'm not mistaken, your first time visiting your ancestral homeland.
Right. To have this piece performed by 105 musicians, a daunting task, because you're trying to figure out, okay, what are the horns going to do? What are the violins going to do? At what point do you bring the brass in? And so you really have to think about what this is.
The night of the event comes, you sit down, you take in the Armenian Philharmonic Orchestra playing your original composition.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? I mean, I was welling up, I have to tell you. It was such an emotional tug. My wife was looking at me, she says, "Do you need a handkerchief?" I said, "Yeah, do you have something?"
The concert and the film are available on YouTube for everyone to watch, free of charge. In 2025, you set up a fundraiser for the Children of Armenia Fund at the Steinway Gallery here in Commerce.
Well, you were pretty much an influence with this because you suggested that this music should be performed live by bringing in some very gifted players from Detroit, and we had the ticket sales donated to the Children of Armenia Fund.
It raised over $50,000 for Children in Armenia for music classes, for technology and recording, and they graced the room with your name on it.
Yeah.
That was a pretty nice honor.
I wasn't expecting anything like that.
The event at the Steinway Gallery was filled with talent. Kimberly Kennedy of the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, Associate Concertmaster.
Right.
Kenny Watson, Nancy Ingalls, Justin Naroyan, singers.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal performances. Chris Plansker on piano. Speakers in the way of Father Garabed Kochakian, Detroit TV veteran.
Yeah.
It was a very impressive lineup.
It was a mix of music and some discussion about the trilogy, about that event in 1915.
Mm-hmm.
And those guys were so gracious in offering their thought process about what had happened.
We also featured a short film from Ted Ed of TED Talk fame that featured your music.
Yeah. It's a 6-minute film, 6 or 7 minutes, and yeah, they put our music right behind it, and it worked quite well. I was thrilled that they did that. I want to thank you all for following us through our experiences, whether it's the Armenian Trilogy or any of the other things that you might find interesting on Dan Yessian Creative on YouTube.
Lots of content, music, entertainment, comedy, some education. It's the variety show.
Yeah.
Featuring.
And featuring, because you've been behind all of this for when the onset of the symphony started, 12 years ago, whatever it is. Thank you, everyone, for watching and tuning in. And thank you, Ohad, for being right there for me.
My pleasure.
Behind all these things that we do.
Check out an Armenian Trilogy on YouTube for free, the documentary film, as well as the symphonic performance, Yerevan, Armenia, by the Armenian Philharmonic Orchestra.
Stay warm.
Gaze around and know all those who came before. They're more than memories. On every one of these, I